The 2025 Super Bowl halftime show wasn't just about football or flashy performances, it became the stage for one of the most explosive rap moments in history. Kendrick Lamar, already known for pushing boundaries with his music, used the biggest stage in entertainment to send a clear message to none other than Drake. But was this just another performance, or did Kendrick call out Drake in front of millions? What happened next turned the halftime show into a full-blown cultural battleground. Let's break down exactly what went down and why this moment will go down in hip-hop history. Kendrick Lamar and Drake have never exactly been best friends, but their rivalry reached a whole new level starting in 2024. It began with subtle shots, Kendrick throwing jabs in interviews and lyrics that hinted at a deeper tension. Drake, never one to back down, fired back with his own responses, but it wasn't until Kendrick dropped Euphoria that things really exploded. The track was a direct shot at Drake, pushing the limits of a rap beef. Yet, it was the track Not Like Us that truly shook the music industry. When Kendrick released Not Like Us, it wasn't just a diss track. It was a full-scale takedown. The song called out Drake by name and hinted at serious allegations about his character. Fans went wild, social media erupted, and the beef between the two rappers escalated from something personal to a cultural event. The track went viral, topping the charts and staying there for weeks. Kendrick wasn't just sparring with Drake anymore. This was a battle for the crown in hip-hop, but Drake wasn't going to take it lying down. Months before the Super Bowl, fans were on edge. The biggest question was whether Kendrick Lamar would perform Not Like Us during the halftime show. This wasn't just a typical song. This was the track that had already caused chaos. It had dominated the charts, sparked heated debates, and even ended up in court. Would Kendrick use the Super Bowl as his stage to send a direct shot at Drake in front of millions? It seemed like a possibility, but no one knew for sure. Leading up to the event, Kendrick played it cool. At a pregame press conference, he promised fans a performance full of storytelling, but gave no clear indication whether Not Like Us would make it to the set list. Fans, though, couldn't contain their excitement. Social media exploded with theories. Some speculated that if Kendrick performed the song, it would be one of the most direct shots ever taken in a rap beef. On live television, no less. The anticipation was at an all-time high. Would Kendrick play it safe and keep things neutral? Or would he use this historic platform to deliver a statement that no one could ignore? When the Super Bowl finally kicked off, millions tuned in, but they had no idea what Kendrick was about to do. As the lights dimmed and the crowd roared, Kendrick hit the stage with his signature style. He opened with high-energy tracks like Humble, DNA, and Euphoria, sending the crowd into a frenzy. The atmosphere was electric, and the suspense kept building with every beat. Kendrick was in full control. He was keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. But then, the moment came. Kendrick paused, flashed a sly smirk, and teased the crowd. "I want to play your favorite song, but you know they love to sue." The stadium erupted into laughter and cheers. Everyone knew exactly what Kendrick was referring to: the ongoing lawsuit from Drake against Not Like Us over alleged defamation and the song's success. For a second, it seemed like Kendrick might skip over the track altogether, but then the beat dropped. The unmistakable opening notes of Not Like Us rang out through the stadium, and the crowd went wild. This was more than a performance, it was a statement. Kendrick didn't just use the halftime show to perform, he turned it into a moment of cultural significance. As the crowd sang along and social media exploded, Kendrick's Super Bowl performance became one of the most talked about moments in hip-hop history. While the performance itself was enough to send shockwaves through the industry, there was something even more interesting happening within the song itself. Kendrick performed Not Like Us in full, but there was one noticeable change. The controversial line about pedophilia was missing. This was a line that had stirred major controversy when the track was first released, and many fans speculated that Kendrick might remove it to avoid backlash or perhaps to keep things cleaner for the television broadcast. Whether it was a strategic move or just a moment of self-editing, it didn't matter. The message Kendrick was sending was still loud and clear. He was making a statement that went beyond just the words in the song. It was about asserting his dominance and showing Drake that no legal battle, no amount of industry pressure could stop him. This performance, complete with the subtle change, became a cultural turning point. Kendrick knew exactly what he was doing, but that wasn't the only jaw-dropping moment during Kendrick's performance. The camera panned to none other than Serena Serena Williams, Drake's ex-girlfriend, who was seen dancing along to Not Like Us in the crowd. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Serena, one of the most famous athletes in the world, vibing to Kendrick's diss track, sent the internet into overdrive. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. Just when the crowd thought it couldn't get any crazier, this moment happened. Later that night, Serena even posted a clip of her dancing to the song on her social media, joking about how if she had walked like that at Wimbledon, she would have been fined. It wasn't just about Kendrick anymore. The entire situation had become larger than life, and Serena's reaction only made the performance even more iconic. Behind all the glitz and glamour of the Super Bowl halftime show, there was still a bitter legal battle brewing. Drake didn't just sit back and accept the success of Not Like Us. He fought back. In late 2024, he filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group, claiming that the label had used bots and pay-to-play deals to manipulate streaming numbers, ensuring that Not Like Us went viral. But Kendrick and his team were having none of it. Universal Music Group denied all of Drake's accusations, calling them offensive and unfounded. Even Spotify stepped in to refute Drake's claims, saying that Not Like Us had achieved its success organically. Despite the legal back and forth, one thing was clear: Not Like Us wasn't going anywhere. It continued to top the charts, rack up streams, and break records. The song had become a cultural juggernaut, and no lawsuit could slow its momentum. When Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, it was more than just a diss track. It had already transcended hip-hop, becoming an anthem that represented a cultural moment. The song dominated the Billboard charts for weeks, spent 20 weeks at #1 on the Hot Rap Songs chart, and shattered records. But it didn't stop there. At the Grammy Awards, Not Like Us took home 5 awards, including Song of the Year and Record of the Year, cementing its place in hip-hop history. The impact of the song extended beyond just rap fans. NBA players adopted it as their pre-game hype song. Celebrities quoted its lyrics in interviews, and Not Like Us became a conversation starter everywhere. It was clear Kendrick wasn't just creating music. He was creating a cultural movement. Kendrick's Super Bowl performance wasn't just a halftime show. It was his personal mic drop. He turned the biggest stage in entertainment into a battleground, and in that moment, Kendrick made it clear who was on top. The lawsuits, the accusations, the drama, it all faded into the background as Kendrick took control of the narrative. He didn't need Drake's approval. He didn't need to play by anyone else's rules. Kendrick had won. This performance wasn't just a diss. It was a declaration of power. Kendrick was staking his claim, and he made sure the world knew where he stood. The Super Bowl performance cemented his place in hip-hop history, and in that moment, the question was no longer whether Kendrick had won this round. It was whether Drake could respond in any way that could flip the script. So what's next in the Kendrick versus Drake saga? Kendrick's Super Bowl performance might have been the most powerful statement in the feud so far, but we all know Drake doesn't back down easily. Will he fire back with another diss track? Or has Kendrick already delivered the final blow? One thing is certain, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance will be talked about for years to come. It wasn't just about music, it was about legacy, dominance, and proving that no one, not even Drake, could silence him. The future of the feud is uncertain, but this moment was Kendrick's. What do you think? Did Kendrick just end the feud, or is there more to come? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest updates on this ongoing drama.